mind pain. I walk with the bottoms of my feet where my soul meets, treading lightly as I stomp through the concrete. I'm watching to the beat of my own heartbeat, never offbeat, never to be confused with the multiple cadences and soothing melodies directed by the spirit which resides inside of me, guided by the soul, which is my direct force of power, which is filled with the almighty force that can't be touched or torched. Your evil thoughts are not enough, nor your words that you utter under your breath. I'm built way too tough. My imaginal armor is just built way too tough, too rough. I'm shielded. My armor gathers my thoughts. Thus, in the war zone, there's no way to win a war when you got righteous slackers and prayer lackers being led by pulpit jackers, unrighteously and hypocritically breaking the laws of the Almighty God of God, who formed all the clouds, King of kings, who formed the cosmos, the under the earth, the outside the universe. And he said so, and it was so. So then, magnificent, only a fool dares to speak the false definitions, name, wishing, planning, and speaking. He just is, and I am. It is the new birth. The old world is not the new world, and the new world is wicked and sick. Not utilizing the tools that are set forth for the purpose to train the youth. The new millennium is what they call it. That's what they call it. New millennium, huh? Where it's filled with a whole lot of M&Ms that are him and hims that look like he, she. And it says he, she, he. Corrupting the ears of our young children that walk the streets. Even in the cartoon and on the television screens, and even in the school buildings, we can't even escape the dysfunction of our worldwide wicked government systems. The churches too, there are no exemptions. It's just a detriment to deception. That's the definition. I have no problem saying it again. I'm speaking to the churches and the deacons and the men sitting in the pulpit. We got these kids walking around holding hands with many men. And it's many men that are saying these things and not saying anything to any of them. And we're supposed to be standing on righteousness. So who's getting more and more fictitious? Mixing righteousness with politicians. And then they start the politicking for the unrighteous beings for the wrong reasons. This is what we're supposed to be doing. Sit back and look, and I gather my thoughts. And I gather my thoughts. No need to look for answers. So who are we really seeking? Well, I know who I'm seeking. Or do I? Who are they? They, him, she, him. All these leaders are scared to open up their mind and say anything to them. Instead, they raise their hands and they bow to them. And they continue to be led in spite of the teachings that they just read. And they just came out of the pulpit and they just said, and the Lord said. Now think about that for a moment. Before you start rejecting my words as foolishness, but then you're rejecting the words of the all-righteousness and the miraculous acts and aids and wonders that has been spoken when it's given the word. And from the word of God, you guys listen in a bliss. Me, I realize the gifts and the tools that has been obtained for me to fight the battle that I'm fighting. That starts with me. And the people who's leading the word of God starts with them. As my thoughts shower down like rain falls out of the clouds. Look at me now as I scream up and they look People still standing behind me, and they look at me down, screaming down. I never turn around. I feel the stairs behind me now, constantly picking up signals from the back of my neck hairs. While I'm standing on solid ground and they tell me not to shout, and I'm stomping too loud, disturbing the outlooking crowd as I fight the battles in the shadows that they're scared to come out.